What is up, Addicts? Welcome back to the series where I recustomize and review past DLC vehicles that didn't have good microphone quality before early 2019. So as always, guys, feel free to let me know down below in the comments what car you want to see me recustomize next, and I'll display the most liked vehicle suggestion comment in the next customization video. So in today's video, we're going to be customizing the Obey 8F Drafter, which I customized / reviewed back in 2019 when it released. So the 8F Drafter released with the Casino update in July of 2019, and is available from the Legendary Motorstore website for about $700,000. In regards to performance, it's in the sports class and is an above average performing car in the class for track performance, being in top 30 for most tracks, not factoring in HSW of course, right around the pace of the OG 9F and the regular 10F. So it's a very quick car being what it is, and to mention, this car is also all-wheel drive, so it's pretty easy and forgiving to drive on most bumpy tracks. Now, in terms of what the 8F Drafter is based on, this one is one of the strangest combinations I've seen in a while. So the overall car is based on the 2018 Audi RS5 Coupe. Makes sense for being an Obey branded car. But then the front bumper is taken from the S550 Shelby GT350 Mustang. Very weird. And then the front fender vent with the side profile body line and the rear bumper is based on the F82 BMW M4. So wow, it's an Audi mixed with a Mustang and a BMW. Very strange, but that's Rockstar for you sometimes. They like mixing things randomly. But anyway, let's go ahead and check out the customization of the 8F Drafter. Alright, 8F Drafter, let's do it. We got armor, brakes, bumpers. So you have a carbon stock splitter. Okay. You have street splitter, and then you have your racing splitter, which the racing splitter is the same as a street. The only difference is that the race one has, so it's carbon obviously, and then it has the reinforcement brackets there. I think that sticks out a little too far for my taste. Plus I don't like the bracket, so I guess we'll just go with a carbon stock. Also to mention, the stock and the street are secondary color, which we currently have in white. But we'll do the carbon there. Rear bumpers. So you have painted stock diffuser. The stock one appears to be carbon. Then you can add a custom diffuser. Definitely finishes off the rear bumper because it looks like unfinished stock. It looks very strange. This definitely completes it. And then you can do full carbon for it. Yeah, it looks really good. We'll do that. Engine will max out. Exhaust. So stock, you have the nice quad setup where you can do the oval. You have titanium quad, twin carbon, race. The difference was just like larger tips because they're both like chrome with carbon surround. These just stick out more, I suppose. They're a little bit larger. And then you have the big bore. Alright, we'll do the race exhaust there. Grill. You do the chrome grill, which that looks pretty terrible there. You have the carbon grill, which is basically the stock, but it adds like a carbon trim around the edge, which looks good. Then you got the performance, basically combining the carbon one and the chrome grill together. Okay. And then you have the last one here, which is a sports grill. I mean, it kind of goes with the lines of the bottom grill area. Kind of looks like a, I mean, it makes sense. Like we talked about earlier, it's a Shelby GT350 front bumper, and then you can do a 350 style grill as well. Very weird to have that much of a Mustang front end, but then the center grill is open, so I don't know. I don't think I want that much of a reference there. I think it's a little overkill. So I'm going to just do the carbon grill that's fully open. Well, should I say there's no grill lines in it. Hood, you have carbon stock. Then you got the vented hood, which looks good. You got a nice scooped hood. So the scooped one forces your secondary on center there. That's interesting. Street hood. Now all the ones below this one, they do force hood pins. So you can see the hood pins are forced there. Then performance hood, you can see it also forces the hood pins. Even though the carbon one doesn't have it. Interesting. So the regular one, Rockstar's so weird, man. And then you have the tuner hood, which has the hood pins out front, different style. You You got this one, and you got this one. This one has hood pins though. And Rockstar's still like they're really strange. They should have separated the hood pin option. That's kind of annoying. I guess I'm leaning towards the vented hood because I don't want the hood pins. Even though this hood looks really good, this street hood, I kind of like it a lot. I guess we can just kind of deal with the hood pins. It's a shame though because I just don't like the whole hood pin thing. But this hood, it looks pretty sick. I will do it. Why not? Let's see, lights, do xenons, liveries. You got twin white stripes. Okay. You got the Obey stripe. You got the Obey coverage. Okay. Cracked 8F, urban streets, racing edge. Oh, NFS most wanted style livery. Oh, they put this livery on a few different cars already. Got this one, Motor Market, and then the Gutter and Blood. Interesting liveries, but I'm not really feeling any of them to be honest, so we'll skip that for now. Mirrors, you can do custom mirrors, which is basically just carbon mirrors. I like that kind of color contrast there. Even though it sucks that they didn't do the actual base of the mirror in carbon. You can see a little bottom edge there, right below the carbon. That should have been carbon with it, you know, part of the bracket or whatever. But anyway, we'll just do the carbon plate. We'll do a nice black background, and I mean, if I put an Audi plate on this or a BMW plate, it's kind of weird. It's like mixed. This is a weird one to put a plate on. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just put on here my luxury plate, I guess. I mean, it kind of is a luxury car at the same time. Yeah, we'll put that for now. Respray. So for this, I was kind of thinking like a Nardo gray style color, but I believe I did that in my original customization video, which was just like a classic. I think it was a classic rolled, or it was a metallic rolled steel with a black pearl, I think, which didn't look bad. But I want something a little bit different this time. So a little bit more blue. So we're gonna go to down here. We're on the classic colors, and I want to throw on here I think I passed it. Where is it? Mariner blue. I think this color looks fantastic with no pearl. I think there is a pearl being forced there though. I can't tell. You know what? Let's just do the metallic one, and then we'll put a black pearl just to be sure. So we'll do that, and then pearlescent black. You can see this color looks insane to me. I think it looks really, really good. I just love that with no pearl. I think it looks fantastic, especially on this car. Secondary color was the stock splitter we talked about earlier, and also some hood options apparently, like we saw with the, I think it was the vented hood. But it's also your stitching interior option there, so you can make this match. I think we'll just do the blue to match. I think that would be nice. I don't think there's, oh, there is Mariner blue. How does that match with the outside? I think it's a little bit too dark. We'll go a little bit brighter. Ooh, the diamond blue. I like that. Yeah, let's go with a diamond blue. It looks fantastic. Okay. Chrome before this car goes in the doors. All right. Roof. You got a roof scoop. Okay. Carbon. You got a roof spoiler. I'm not a fan of roof spoilers. And then you could do both. Okay. And both in carbon. Not a fan of these options. I don't like roof scoops on non-race cars, and I don't like roof spoilers. Just not my thing. So I guess we'll skip that. Roof accessories. You have a roof rack. Okay. Then you have the vortex generators. Oh, that's linked to your secondary color too. And then you can do carbon. I mean, with the roof antenna there, I feel like it clashes a little bit. I don't know why we didn't do a carbon roof option. That would have been a really nice option. There's no carbon roof here. No carbon roof here. Ah, Rockstar. Skirts, carbon, street, and sports skirts will be give us the nice carbon lip side skirt. So we'll do that. Spoiler upgrades. You got the small lip spoiler, which looks great. Got the big lip. It's just different options here. This low level one isn't too bad either. And this mid level spoiler looks pretty decent too. Drift spoiler, and then the GT spoiler. Alright, let's go with the small lip. I like that. It's actually pretty similar to the actual Audi RS5 Coupe lip spoiler option, so that's nice. Suspension definitely needs to be lowered. Wow, you can lower this car a lot. Look at that. Look at the difference. It even campers the wheels too quite a bit. I think that's a little too low. like literally destroy your front end low. I think sport is good. We'll do that. Transmission, turbo, wheels. So for this, I'm thinking those Audi looking wheels in the track category. I forgot what they're called. These right here, high fives. I think those look pretty good. I wish they had more concave to it though. I feel like it makes it look very basic is the right word. Doesn't look right on this car. I don't know how I feel about it. Yeah, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. Let's put something else. I think we should put something. These look really good too. The Super Lux. That looks really good. But I think something more concave would suit this car better. We're not gonna put Mercy concaves, even though those do look really good. But we're not gonna put those. I think the concave racers. It's a little bit too many spokes. One of those times where we're having a tough time with the wheels, but wow, I think I'm gonna go with the Super Lux. I like these. These look great on here. All right, we'll stick with these. I was thinking black, but I think a nice gray will be better, like a stone silver or a black steel. The black steel looks good. And wind deflectors. Okay. Windows. We'll do nice light smoke there, and that's all the options. All right. Exit to ground. Take it for a drive. Sorry for the indecisive wheel there. I was just trying to find something that I liked with the build in the car, but I think this is the right choice. These look great. Look at that. Yeah, those are the right choice. I like that. This color, man. Look at that. Look at the difference from when we were inside to outside. How bright it is now with no pearl. That looks really solid on this. I'm happy with this build. And then in the inside, we got our stitching. The diamond blue stitching, I think, was the right move. Because in the interiors, the colors, especially with stitching, they're always a bit darker than the actual exterior colors. So the Mariner, you can kind of barely see it. I think the diamond blue was a perfect option there. Yeah. Great car. All right. Floor it. Of course, it's all-wheel drive, so no wheel slip. It just takes off. Yeah, this thing's quick. Very quick. And we get the exhaust note very similar to the XA21. However, you let off the throttle and you don't get the cracks and pops like you do from the XA21. You get a little bit of raspiness. Actually, a little tiny pop there. Just a little bit of raspiness. So the pops and cracks are very rare. Yeah. It sounds great. Wow. This thing's a little wild card to drive. This is fun to drive, actually. I haven't driven this in so long. The back end is pretty loose though. You have to baby it in the corners a little bit, but it's very forgiving with the all-wheel drive. Yeah, a bit understeery too. These all-wheel drive cars, you always have to drive them differently from your standard rear-wheel drive sports cars. They do not drive the same, with its own sort of driving feel to it, and you have to drive it as such. You can't give it too much throttle too early coming out of the corner, if not you understeer to the outside of the corner. We floor it there. If you floor it too early, which I'll show here, floor it too early, you can see it pushes us to the outside of the corner. You can mid-drive most all-wheel drive cars, including this one. You just have to combine the regular brake with the handbrake. So the same way you normally do it, just instead of just tapping the handbrake by itself, also include the regular brake at the same time. So I'll show that here. As a matter of fact, let's do an all-wheel drive launch and attempt to mid-drive it. Let's see here. Ooh. Not bad. Even though the mid-drive on this car is pretty weak because of the all-wheel drive, let's just do it without the mid-drive. Yeah, this thing takes off great. Gotta love that all-wheel drive. And first person here. I don't think our hood is gonna open because of the hood pins. I don't even know if it opens if you put a stock hood. We might have to test that. Jeez, this thing picks up speed well. Very, very fun car. I like it. Genuinely like it. I mean, it's under $1 million. Great exhaust note. Good customization, even though some of it is a bit questionable. They combine a lot of parts together and stuff. But let's pull over here, open all the doors and stuff. And if the hood doesn't open, then we'll put a stock hood or a different hood just so we can see if we can open that. So let's see here. Vehicle preferences. It's probably not going to open, but we'll try either way. Oh, it still opens with the hood pins. See, Rockstar's a bit, because there's a lot of cars in the game, most of them actually, where you install any option with like a hood latch or a hood pin and it will not open. A lot of cars in GTA are like that, so but this one, I guess it still opens even if you have hood pins there. Okay, so there's the engine model. Absolutely terrible, like OG texture quality. Is a shame, but I mean, it kind of makes sense, I guess, being, you know, from 2019 DLC. Here's the interior reused for like the Spectre and stuff like that. That stitching is such a nice touch. I love that. Yeah, not bad. Honestly, overall, I mean, if you maybe not max out the internal mods, you can be under $1 million in this car. You know, just visual mods by themselves. And I think, honestly, that's a great deal, considering how good this car sounds. It looks good. The design with the combining of a Mustang, an Audi, and a BMW is a bit weird. But, you know, that's how you know it's a GTA car. So, with that, I'd say it's worth it. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Thanks again for watching. Definitely let me know down below in the comments what car you want to see me recustomize from early 2019 and older next that I haven't done yet. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.